We are all discovering, like, this is new territory. Okay, we're vibing. Glad to see new faces in here.
Dropping gas on the core. Sandbox is the score that keeps account settled. Any Snoop and the troops is hotter than the kettle. I found my comments and I ain't gonna stop it. See your shit and your whip and your bitch, I'm the hot shit. Yeah, the space cowboy. Yeah, I'm the gangster of love.
Get the cat, now motherfucker go get the cat. Get the bat, now I'm all like Sinbad, better run home, you never get the cat. So I give the cat, now motherfucker go get the bat. Tit for tat, no I never can't touch it, swung you miss, time I get you back. Axie rap 404, Neutron Tower headquarters. Come and find me when you're bored, somnium and deep thought. Somewhere up in cyberspace, chilling with my cyber mates. Ain't no Donald, ain't no borders, ain't no curfew, ain't no orders. Cryptographic, crypto laws, metaverse and meta wars. Metaverse and meta COVID landlords, dark thought, money talks. Now I'm talking comic, ain't no stopping, crash into the dinosaur. Janet Yellen time war, fed lies, people die, line rise to the sky high. Mad to survive when it crashes, time flashes, money crashes, burn the system in ashes. Now the masses feel fantastic, no more passage, we want passion. Hearts and blunt, roll it up before you get the brunt. Get the brunt, now get the cat, now pop the truck, now get in the front, now cops go, so I hit him and run. With an attack, and I pull out my gun, and I pull out my Mac, and I shot in the tie, and I shot in the neck, and I shot him for fun.
Lot of things happen in Africa, and now we know we take time. You a faker, underrated, so we meet time. See, it's a movement. African NSM and Trueland. See my space and them ruthless. Make you feel alright in a good way. Yeah. Everything happening in a bad way. The system corrupt in a bad way. Universal blessing in a class way. Blockchain is the new way. Blockchain is the new way. NSM is the new way. Yeah, protocol a new way.
Cause we had to find a new way. Be it world leaders or supremacy feeders, the judges, the courts, or the cops. The epidemic extortion of these epic proportions. Yeah, the system corrupted by lies. They're using violence to silence that man in total compliance. It's justice going deaf to our cries. I bet you can hear us now. As we're pouring out into the streets, we're gonna tear it down. We're all marching to the same beat, but we won't be turned around. Back to how it was before, we're gonna stand our ground. We ain't gonna take any more. They claim it prestigious, but they acting egregious. Their power is what they preserve. It's the place with bad apples
what they might say.
I bet you can hear us now. As we're pouring out into the streets, we're gonna tear it down. We're all marching to the same beat, and we won't be turned around. Back to how it was before, and we're gonna stand our ground. We ain't gonna take any more. I bet you can hear us now. As we're pouring out into the streets, we're gonna tear it down. We're all marching to the same beat, and we won't be turned around.
This come back.
You ain't gonna take any more.
We are faceless, but we are faithful. We have nothing, but we have our voice. And our voice is what we want to use to fight this movement.
Glory must reside. Son of danger, don't blame us, who up to avenge that, kinda lane that. Every day we are alive is a payback. So, man gonna reach Maybach, not talk about the ladies. Lion skin and tigers full of root, big skin of elephants. Cause I was a king, now God, small letter G, but I have a king. And it's the truth in me that's gonna make his ego go free. So anything trying to form me, chop it up like all beef. Got my goons and my homies, diamonds at the gold rings, early in the morning. See the tick and the timing, no breakfast but he take cracks when you yawning. Collaboration's calling, beat up the trouble when she calling. I decide to flow and go hard in this. No good around, only if we do within. Blood is water like rice and beans. Nigeria ain't got no green. Everything smells like yes. This song is a protest. Which president shoes they are used with their private jets? Wake up one morning, 3 sheets. Now Twitter is no more here. Everything blindly, no documents. No time, no safety, no arguments. Giving you bars, no compliment. Even though I pay the rent, it might be a front state of mind I never relent. So I'm gonna stand to my ground and spit out the truth like Sad Millicent. To calculate, my people are killed by Fulanis. But we don't need war, we want peace. Let's restructure. Boom! The bomb is no justice. They don't wanna regulate. Every renegade, negotiating is the best. Fubu, you and your colleagues are the grace. Come for me, come to me, cause that's the only case. No pass like it toll gates. Blood baits, my afraid for change and yes late. Unknown men making all the waves. Now who clear the way? We don't know the shame, see us stand the waste. Other countries finding a trip to space. Our leaders, they lead us to disgrace. But the pity thing be said we don't create corruption, not declare for the place. Who let the dogs out? God's boys when they wear gown. Jihadis on you, men's out. Everything drama, I say. Now I need your help. Can they collect a beat upon my health? Can you auction on the bad eggs? Yes, no one will ever pick them. Run them, take them out from the jam. There are stories that needs to be told. There are glories that need to be revealed. So when I stand up I praise and your code, then it makes me para. It irritates me like whole para. They don't tell where I don't they go. I know get tired. Doing my own differently, hot like fire. Just wanna make sure we live the life we desire. Holding not like your way, I hold my hands, let me rise, yeah. Self-realization is the key to stay higher. Higher. Sorosoke. Yo, preach. The black man should work.
What's the key to staying higher?
Smoky Black, rebranded.
What's the key to staying higher?
JCB Beats, C1.
How's everyone doing this morning? Good morning, Music Metaverse Festival. We're about to kick it off with some videos and just some loops. So stay tuned and stay plugged in.
The cold, merciless but righteous. I use their force to tap into the deeper parts of myself. People think I like the cold too much. I don't like it at all. I like a warm, hot place. I like palm trees. I respect the cold very much. It's my teacher. There is more between the heaven and the earth, but I couldn't find it. And after years, I found myself in the park on Sunday morning. Everybody's still sleeping. And was, pondering once again, like always, because it doesn't stop,
The brain doesn't stop.
The brain doesn't stop. If you really search for something and you haven't found it, your brain just keeps on. You're into your mind. So this Sunday morning, I was walking through the park, and I just felt this attraction to this thin layer of ice on the water. The idea came up, I go into that water. I undressed myself, went into the water. I played a little bit with the ice. I didn't feel the cold whatsoever. I felt power, just internal power. It silenced me. And I came back every day. At a certain moment, I began to become aware I was breathing more deeper. And this deeper breathing brought about an oxygenation in my body, tingling and all kinds of sensations. I felt, this is it. I found this shortcut. We tap into the deepest part of our brain, which is pure feeling, and it's great. And it hasn't got anything to do with cold. After 30 years of mockery, which I endured, it's belief. And now it's in the American university books. It's all there. Endocrine systems, immune systems. The chapter, the Iceman. Nobody could say what you do is craziness. What is life about? What is the real sense of life? You cannot find it in the books. You are the book. You got to open up and begin to read, to be conscious of what you have inside.
I came across this phrase, catalepsis, right? A sense of certainty or truth from which nothing can dislodge us, right? A mystical experience, a moment of visionary understanding. As Isaiah Berlin said, to understand is to perceive patterns when the dots connect and the new gestalt appears and you see the big picture. A truth from which nothing can dislodge us. And we're all hungry for this kind of certainty. We're all looking for this kind of existential reassurance, for a story that feels real and that imbues our lives with meaning and signification. We are storytelling animals. We require rich mythologies, narratives that envelop us in truth. The question remains, right? In a world in which our rational faculties constantly poke holes in our most treasured narratives, we've instead moved into a realm where existential doubt and existential grief is the new normal. Nothing is certain except death and taxes, as they say. And you know what this has done? This has dislodged us from our comfort zone. We are off the reservation. We know not where we're going, which direction we are flowing. You know, it feels like that scene in Willy Wonka when they go through the funhouse tunnel. Depression and anxiety are epidemic levels. Tribalism and nationalism is on the rise. Our hunger for meaning is making us foam at the mouth. I'm not proud of a lot of the actions we've taken, but I understand where that hunger comes from. What are we to do? Inspired ones tell us, well, let's upgrade human consciousness, right? When astronauts go into orbit, they experience what's known as the overview effect as they oversee the planet as a whole, an integrated superorganism with billions of minds. Consciousness is life. There it is, right? A marble floating in the cosmos, so much more than a mote of dust, my friends. There is the miracle, and we are a part of the miracle, and that transformation in consciousness, that shift in perspective, seems to heal us of our fractures. How do we expand the distribution channels for an overview effect experience? Do we give everybody psychedelics? Do we create spas for the mind where people can go and partake in visionary mystical experiences with the mysterium tremendum in order to come out on the other side more empathetic, more compassionate, filled with a sense of purpose and filled with a sense of service? Because that's what happens when you glimpse great truth, right? The truth of the poets, the truth of the mystics, the truth of visionary understanding that we exist, right? That we may contribute a verse. That we may contribute a verse. And this is what we must do. We must alchemize a transformative shift in perception and self-perception in the way we perceive the other, to realize that the other is ourselves, to gawk and marvel in visionary understanding, to neurofuck ourselves, to experience bliss-fuck crucifixions, to submit so that we might die, so that we might be reborn, right? Apotheosis for all. This is what Nirvana points the way. We must synthesize transformations in consciousness that seed transformations in culture, powered by that desire for a higher truth. I went to God just to see, and I was looking at me.
Intelligence is the ability to meet goals, perhaps across a diverse range of environments. And it means an ability to do this flexibly rather than by rote, following the same strategy again and again blindly. It is inseparable from the kinds of behavior in the world that results in the fulfillment of goals. So we're talking about agents that can do things. And once you see that, then it becomes pretty clear that if we build systems that harbor primary goals, there are cartoon examples here like, making paperclips. These are not systems that will spontaneously decide that they could be doing more enlightened things than, say, making paperclips. This moves to the question of how deeply unfamiliar artificial intelligence might be, because there are no natural goals that will arrive in these systems apart from the ones we put in there. And we have common sense intuitions that make it very difficult for us to think about how strange an artificial intelligence could be, even one that becomes more and more competent to meet its goals. All of the narrow AI we've built thus far is superhuman within the domain of its applications. The calculator in my phone is superhuman for arithmetic. Any general AI that also has my phone's ability to calculate will be superhuman for arithmetic, but we must presume it'll be superhuman for all of the dozens or hundreds of specific human talents we've put into it, whether it's facial recognition or just obviously memory will be superhuman unless we decide to consciously degrade it. Access to the world's data will be superhuman unless we isolate it from data. As you ramp up in intelligence, spaces of inquiry and ideation and experience begin to open up, and we can't necessarily predict what they would be from where we sit. There's a huge blank space on the map where we don't imagine, what it would be like to be 5 times smarter than the smartest person we could name. And we don't even know what that would consist in, right? Because if chimps could be given to wonder what it would be like to be 5 times smarter than the smartest chimp, they're not going to represent for themselves all of the things that we're doing that they can't even dimly conceive.
Because you kind of get into a habit when you're working, there's a sort of routine you go through, and it's like an athlete warming up, and you basically sit in the same chair and you sit up with somebody, you say, right, cup of coffee, now what's the problem? Well, we haven't cracked it. I just say, why don't you just change seats?
Yeah. So small gestures can unlock
all
something
of a sudden,
quite brilliant.
Oh, all right, okay. And you change seats, and all of a sudden, you're looking at that wall in a different. Well, I don't normally look at that wall. I'm looking at that wall, and it jars. The mind is not that people should do this, but if you're driving and you're tired, you should pull over and get some sleep. However, if for some reason you can't, the thing that you've got to do is take one of your shoes off.
Oh, really?
And that keeps you awake. Yeah. Because the brain is going, why have you taken one shoe off? And that feeling is different from that feeling. And it keeps you awake. You shouldn't do that.
Well, no,
this is a warning. This comes with a government help.
Well, hello, everybody. Welcome to another intimate reflection, an intimate encounter, a moment of candor. Do we have the courage, we ask ourselves every time we turn on the camera, to be truthful? Do we dare to be truthful? Do we dare to make ourselves seen? Here I am, naked and trembling before the cosmos. Can I actually reveal myself to you? Can I actually show you what I'm all about? Do I have the courage to share my insides, right? Can I tell you what I fear? Can I tell you what I dwell upon? Can I tell you about my obsessive ruminations? Can I talk about my loops, the things I can't let go of? We're also terrified of being judged, that others will think we're not normal. Meanwhile, Our idiosyncrasies and abnormalities are actually what make us genuinely beautiful. Who wants to be a fucking doppelganger to the average or to the masses? Who wants instead to stand proud, unique, and magnificent? Do we have the courage, though, to risk being ridiculed, to risk being judged, right? Can we show others our light, even though if you're the man in the white suit, you might get shot? That is something that's not necessarily easy to contend with, right? Because to show ourselves in all our candor, in all our glory, and in all our self-loathing is to risk ridicule, and to risk being ostracized, and to risk being cast away and laughed at and judged and negated. And that doesn't feel good. So I ask you again, do you have the courage to show yourself, to be vulnerable, to talk about what aches, to talk about what stings, to talk about what makes you tremble and what makes you cry, to admit to your loneliness, to admit to your alienation, to admit to the ways in which you think you are flawed? Do you dare to show yourself? Do you dare to show what makes you tick? I hope you are able to summon the courage to let yourself be seen. For in the naked openness of showing ourselves fully, might we be absolved of all our brokenness and let ourselves become more whole.
Can you imagine a world where 10 million people are happier? My algorithm is very straightforward. I developed it because I could not really define what happiness was. So I took as many arbitrary points of data where I felt happy and tried to find what was common between them. What was common between them was the equation of happiness. And it is this. Happiness is equal to or greater than the difference between the way you see the events of your life and your expectation of how life should behave. In the modern world, we mix two states. One of them is happiness and the other is fun. Happiness is that peaceful contentment feeling of, I like the world as it is right now. Fun is the modern world's replacement of happiness. It's, when I am unable to reach that state of happiness, what I do is I go out on the weekend and I go to a party and boom, 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 and my brain stops thinking. As long as it stops thinking, I think I feel happy. Happiness is not about what the world gives you, how much water is in this glass. Happiness is about what you think about what the world gives you. If you think about it properly, you will always see there is something to be grateful, something to be happy about. I think losing Ali was the call to action. I lost my son all of a sudden, like from having a happy holiday together to losing him was 4 hours. And the question that hit me at the time was, what can I do now to bring him back? And nothing I could have ever done, including locking myself in a room and crying for the rest of my life, could bring him back. And to me, the whole idea was, I can either choose to suffer, or I can choose to sort of accept life as harsh as it has become and try to make it slightly better than it is today, make it slightly better tomorrow. So the way I did it was very interesting. I basically set myself a target. I said, wouldn't it be amazing if I can reach out to 10 million people and just give them that message. It wouldn't bring Ali back, but it would be slightly better than the day he left. And that is truly, truly, I would say, success for my life. There has never been a moment in my life where I felt I was having a better impact on the world than this.
There's always part of our minds that knows this can't go on forever. Part of us always knows that we're just a doctor's visit away or a phone call away from being starkly reminded with the fact of our own mortality. One thing people tend to realize at moments like this is that they wasted a lot of time. They cared about the wrong things. They regret what they cared about. Their attention was bound up in petty concerns. And this is a paradox, of course, because we all know this epiphany is coming. Don't you know this is coming? Don't you know that there's going to come a day when you'll be sick or someone close to you will die, and you'll look back on the kinds of things that captured your attention, and you'll think, what was I doing? The reality of your life is now. And we spend most of our lives forgetting this truth, repudiating it, fleeing it, overlooking it. And the horror is that we succeed. Now, even when we think we're in the present moment, we're in very subtle ways always looking over its shoulder, anticipating what's coming next. We're always solving a problem. And it's possible to simply drop your problem, if only for a moment, and enjoy whatever is true of your life in the present. Okay, what we truly have is this moment.
So here's an interesting thought experiment. Do we have the capacity to change the past? Now, at first, this sounds like a contradiction, a total paradoxical idea. I mean, how could you change something that already happened? But think about it. Why does the past matter at all? What do we get to keep from something that already happened? Well, we get to keep the memory, right? Supposedly either the bliss or the trauma. It's really the memory that we're talking about here, the story that runs on a loop in the back of our minds of what has happened. And somehow, the fact that what has happened has shaped us and will shape our future. We feel, in a way, haunted or condemned to be a certain way because of what has happened to us. Epigenetics tells us that we are the sum of our experiences, that our cells are a technology that turns experience into biology, that everything that happens to us lays itself like tire tracks, tattooing itself across our body-mind, and literally making us the product of what has come before. And yet, here's something amazing. Our cognitive framing, our interpretation, our use of rhetoric and language to frame our past experiences can actually allow us to change our very past experience. So the story we tell, the story we choose to tell about what has happened can change what has happened. Listen to that again, because they've actually done studies that tell us that the cognitive framing that we give to experiences can change our physiological response to those very experiences. So an experience of trauma seen through a certain lens can physiologically create stress response, right? Cortisol, stress hormones, anxiety, all these things. But people who do, for example, psychedelic hypnotherapy and revisit the trauma through this altered state of consciousness are all of a sudden able to change that story, change their chemical response to that past experience, recontextualize it and see it through a different lens and fundamentally change the past. You know, It's a great line by Tim Doody that says that experiences that are transformative in nature, that allow us to change the cognitive framing of who we are and where we're going in this life and where we've been, are experiences that recontextualize the self as a marvelous conduit in a timeless whole from which molecules and meanings flow, from neurons to nebula and back again. And in recontextualizing who we are and what we're doing and everything that happens to us, even when it hurts, and even when we fall off the bicycle in Amsterdam and like literally get caught up, the fact of the matter is that story has now rendered me a stronger being. It is something that has happened and I have overcome. I have not choked on my introversions. I have in fact reworked the experience and output it in a work of art. I am more than what I was because of what has happened to me. And this decision, right, this decision to lend that cognitive framing, to lend that interpretation to a traumatic experience of the past has allowed me to change the past and therefore to sort of change my future and decide my fate. I design, therefore I become. Again, beautiful idea, my friends. We are empowered, we are enraptured, we are beings that move through time and space and time and mind and future and past and present. These are basically just elements of a continuous field of time. They don't exist, they are illusions, and you can choose the story you tell, my friends. You can choose the story you tell.
We were asked once in a lecture theatre who were the first art director, or and it was a wonderful story you brought up about Michelangelo.
Michelangelo, yeah.
I think it's fascinating.
World's first art director. He was into media as well, so he painted the ceiling.
Right.
Look up at God.
Yeah.
You know, it's media placement. We always talk about the power of media to enhance a message. And obviously in my mind, he went, "No, I'll do the ceiling." Why? You do the ceiling? Well, because then you're looking up at God, and I'll put God up there. I'm not going to put him on over there. Brilliant bit of media placement.
But you were talking about the fact that how he there was a relentlessness to his passion and his commitment, and then he said at the end, which is probably in most advertisers, is over budget and late.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, over budget and late. He was over budget. He didn't get paid actually. That was even worse. No, God, the Pope refused to pay him.
Really, and that's when it was then the church and state.
Sounds more like Frank Warren.
Yeah. You don't argue with the Pope. Okay, all right.
I have to make notes because a lot of my inspiration comes from meeting people or going outside of the country or going around the corner to my old neighborhood talking to a 5-year-old little boy. It's mainly kids, man. I always say this. Kids bug me out because they have no fear in nothing. My little niece, you know, she's 2 years old, but she fears nothing and she has no concept of reality as we know it. That always inspired me to write for some reason, man. It gives me a moment, talking to them gives me a moment to step back and look at the world for what I know it and for what this kid sees. Dr. Dre, that always tripped me out because I told him about the story when I seen him when I was 8, 9 years old with Tupac on Rosecrans.
I was around 8 years old. They were shooting a video in my neighborhood in Compton. My father seen him, went 2 blocks down, got me. By the time he got me, everybody was out there. It was like pandemonium, you know. He put me on his shoulders, and there he was, Dr. Dre and Tupac right there.
Fast forward 15 years later, I'm in the studio with him, and I'm telling him that story. Yeah, I was one of the kids out there that was watching, and he remembers it.
Crazy, right?
It's crazy to me. Just me being an ultimate fan. I'm still a fan to this day, but to actually sit down and have conversations beyond the music. He wasn't just a figment of my imagination that I was watching on TV screen, you know. The people I've watched, they just didn't get there out of pure luck. They actually worked hard, and they are human beings with real emotions, real drive, real consistency, real hunger, you know. Deep down, we're all kids at heart, and I know I am. I'm the biggest kid ever, you know, so I can be able to relate and communicate with them in a way that I watch most adults can't, you know. I'll sit there and hold a conversation, you know, and go back to the studio, man, and write the most bugged out song, you know, just because it just gives me, like I said, it gives me a chance to sit back and allow myself to look at the perspectives of, you know, the different spectrum of having responsibilities and not having any at all. And I have to remember these things. You know, I have to write them down, and then 5 or 3 months later, I have to find that same emotion that I felt when I was inspired by it. Yeah, man, definitely. It's a process, it's a working process.
Well, I was very lucky, you know. I had a wonderful teacher of history at the age of 12. I still actually have dinner with him. He's now almost 90.
Wow.
Most wonderful man called Con O'Halpin. And Con came into, I can see it now, it's like a scene out of a movie, this. We're all kind of these unruly 12-year-olds, or, you know, and he walks in, and he looked a bit, he had a kind of Elvis-y look to him, with black, dark, swept back hair. And of course, we looked at him and he thought, oh, he looks pretty cool. You know, he wasn't sort of some aged teacher with ash coming out. And he got up and said, I'm your form teacher. I'm here to teach you history. My name's Con O'Halpin. I just want to say this. History is not about the past. It's about the future. And there was a kind of silence in the class. What?
Yeah.
And we said, oh, that's interesting. I haven't heard that before. And then he talks about, you know, the Reformation, or he talks about that and how it's infected the future, and how you learn from history and take that with you into the future. So it's not some dusty subject about dates and knowing that, and when did Henry VIII do this, or when was Henry V, or what did Richard II do, or you know, it was about this is what it's teaching you.
Yeah.
I am very aware of the preciousness of time. I have spent my life traveling across the universe, inside my mind. Through theoretical physics, I have sought to answer some of the great questions. But there are other challenges, other big questions which must be answered, and these will also need a new generation who are interested, engaged, and with an understanding of science. How will we feed an ever-growing population, provide clean water, generate renewable energy, prevent and cure disease, and slow down global climate change? One of the great revelations of the space age has been the perspective it has given humanity on ourselves. When we see the Earth from space, we see ourselves as a whole. We see the unity and not the divisions. It is such a simple image, with a compelling message: one planet, one human race. We are here together, and we need to live together with tolerance and respect. We must become global citizens. We are all time travelers, journeying together into the future. But let us work together to make that future a place we want to visit. Be brave, be determined, overcome the odds. It can be done. Seize the moment. Act now.
So we all know that an experience of trauma can cause post-traumatic stress disorder. It can be an experience that marks and fundamentally transforms the character of a person. It can make them meet the world with fear. So my question is the opposite also true? Can an experience of such radiance, of such grace, of such astonishment and beauty be akin to a kind of inverse PTSD and can be as fundamentally transformative to the character structure of a person that it now shifts their lenses of perception to lenses that meet the world not with fear, but instead with curiosity? Right? We all have these lenses of perception. We see with our lenses, we see through the lenses, but we don't see the lenses themselves, right? This self-construct, this lens of perception, this ego is something that we mistake for what we are. It's not a fixed, unchanging thing. In fact, it's an amalgamation of past experiences, right? You become your experiences. Your cells are a technology that turns experience into biology. So essentially, eventually, you meet the world through a prism of expectations shaped by past trauma, past experiences, until eventually that lens is clouding your encounter with the world so much it's akin to a kind of tunnel vision. You don't see the world as it is, you see the world as you are. And what if that filter on the world is not serving you? What if seeing the world as you are is a dark fucking lens? What if you don't like who you are? Can you change who you are? Well, it turns out that ego-dissolving experiences can make the possessor of a lens of perception become aware that he has a lens of perception and dispose of that lens of perception if it no longer serves them. We need encounters with the numinous, experiences that recontextualize the self, so that you identify not with the small self, but with the self with a capital S. You stop tuning into the broadcast of the ego and you tune into the broadcast of the whole. And when you find another place to plant your feet, my friends, when you meet the world from a different vantage point, you see that you no longer are tethered to that old monkey suit and that old monkey mind. And it is through these moments of grace, right, that you remember what you forgot, right? You fundamentally transformed your self-system. And perhaps now can meet the world not with fear, but instead with curiosity. You have been absolved. Have been absolved. Now the world becomes well thought. A playground.
Strange feeling. There is something more and I don't know what it is. And it's not in words, it's a feeling. It's a craving from the inside, from the soul, from survival. But it got into me like a flash. And I had to go on this path to show the world that we don't need to be powerless in the face of death, in the face of darkness, depression, fear, trauma, PTSD, bipolar, schizophrenia. It wasn't that I was looking for it. I just wanted the answers of life. Like, it is a birthright to know why you're here. Planet, why you're here as a father of children, to bring purpose and sense. That is a simple birthright. And it is being torpedoed and bombarded by all kinds of things, and confusion sets in. No, this was too much. This was the emotion torn in my heart to be healed, not only to become aware how to do that, and to take away the darkness for those to come. That was my journey. So how to begin? The only thing I had was my instinct, my intuition. That's the way it started. So, what do? You do 26 world records.
In ice-cold water is the most dangerous.
You go climb Mount Everest in your shorts.
That would kill most people.
You swim under the ice and lose the way, and you don't know where you are and it's frozen, and you don't know. And you go, and you survive. I was able to stay for 5 to 7 minutes every time under the ice. And the only thing I heard down there was and silence, a awareness deep inside which we have lost. Silence is powerful. Silence is dense. It's what I found there. I just wanted to feel good. I just wanted to feel connected. I showed them. But still, the cynicism and the mockeries, not only with the scientists, the whole world. This mockery, if it happens 30 years, 35 years, like decades, that really gets into you. But I learned, I just feel good. So I just follow my feeling. 26 world records. Later, hey, what I can do, anybody can do. It's not about becoming Superman or Superwoman or like these archetypes. It's becoming you yourself and superior to what we have learned. They did an experiment on me with the vagus nerve and to see if I was able, compared to all those who weren't. And yes, I showed complete control over the vagus nerve, which is dealing with all the organs on an autonomic nervous system level. And it was, and that means if you have influence therein, you have influence on inflammation. And inflammation is the cause of any disease. But he is the Iceman. We cannot deal with it. Yeah, he is an exception that confirms the rule. And I said, no. What I can do, you can do too. That finally they said, okay, let's do a comparative study. How much time do we need to teach people to get a little bit to the results you have produced in laboratory setting? It took me 4 days to bring people in freezing temperatures without former experience on mountains. Go down 4 days later, we had endotoxemia, everybody doing it. And 100% score. Within a quarter of an hour, they could suppress it. And compared to 16,000 others, they had a complete different outcome. That changed the medical books. That the autonomous nervous system, the innate immune system, endocrine system can be deeply influenced at will. We have shown that because it was my wife and I was hopeless then. I couldn't deal with psychosis and with depression and all. Now I'm so far that nature has provided me with all the insights and answers. And I brought it to brain scans, how to tackle bipolar depression, how to take over the power of the brain, inside the brain, to deal with that, what causes bipolar depression, inflammation in the brain. Because nature has the answers. And what they think cancer and depression and all those things only with pills and chemos. Man. Cancer patients, 1 million a year. You don't want to lose those clients. It's a sick world. We live off people being sick. That makes a healthy economy. We are able to change this sickened world, ruled by people who think they can make money out of pills and medicines and think that is the condition of the human race, and we have no other way. The real terrorist is making us believe that we are not able to control our inner physiology. You know, the pharmaceuticals and any other industry, how much they use in money for advertising, for brainwashing our minds, making us believe that dependency in doctors, healthcare, pills and medicines and therapies, that is the way to go with health and not look within ourselves. There are the industries who rule over our minds. And show by data what it is to go in to the deepest of our physiology at will, that makes us able to get rid of medicines and pills and change our capacity of what we think is possible in healthcare, both mentally and physical. We take out the villain. We take out a real terrorist, which is killing, right now, millions of people every year. And that war we make visible, and that enemy we are going to take down. And bringing back the belief that we are the masters of our own mind.
Okay, I got one.
Good morning, guys. We're going to get started soon. I'm just going to play a couple more videos and then we'll get into the music for the Music Metaverse Festival. Let's go.
To help dissolve or deal with people suffering from anxiety. Essentially, improv, when you think about it, allows you to step into the moment. And part of the reason that we suffer angst is we have this neocortical hardware, this overactive amygdala and neocortex that's concerned with the future and therefore hyper-vigilant and therefore second-guessing anything we might possibly want to do. So instead of living impulsively and free, instead of having a disposition of living in the moment, we are stuck with that monkey mind, second-guessing everything, the inner critic, the inner Woody Allen. And it turns out that to be lunged into a situation that you don't fully control forces you to improvise, but in being forced to improvise, you step into the deep now, and that silences the inner critic. The lateral prefrontal cortex, the self-editor, the self-doubter gets quieted. The neuroscience of being in the now silences the worrying, future-focused neocortex. And this provides subjectively a feeling of release and freedom. So people who are overly anxious, right, they do improv theater, and they're like, wow, I don't even remember what I said. Well, that's part of the fun. It's to lose yourself, to step outside yourself, to go beyond yourself, to trust, to submit, and to be willing to be surprised. Because people will claim they get on stage, right? They're jamming, and they're like, dude, I was so in the zone. I don't even remember what I said. I don't even remember what I did. I don't even remember what happened. And then you watch it later, and it looks like they're channeling, right? It comes through them, but not from them, and though it is with them, it belongs not to them, right? Jazz musicians in the zone, athletes, right, in the pocket, in the runner, in the runner's high. I mean, this is a magical thing, right? I think for me, my desire to make videos, my desire to make content, my desire to capture inspiration, genuine inspiration, is because when it happens, it erupts from within you. It happens in real time. I start talking and I don't know what I'm gonna say. And when I'm done, after that cognitive roller coaster ride of associational thinking, I land somewhere and I'm like, holy crap, what just happened? And to be able to watch that, to be able to witness that playback, then allows a part of myself to see what's possible when I let go of my fear and I let go of my doubt. And it's like, holy shit, that's me? Whoa. And so anyway, that article about how improv is a way to eliminate or deal with anxiety made a lot of sense. There's a lot of science to that. So, yeah, man, step out of your comfort zone. Be naked, get on stage, and see what happens.
I'd like to talk for a few minutes about gratitude. There's now a lot of research that suggests that gratitude is good for us. No surprise there. And as an emotion, it is very easy to invoke. Unless you are living the worst possible life, it should be easy to find something for which you're grateful. And it can be very skillful and wise to do this. Now, one reflection I find myself doing when I'm in some ordinary, contracted state of mind, let's say I'm stressed out by something not going well, I'm reacting to some hassle, I could be caught in traffic and late for an appointment. I sometimes think of bad things that haven't happened to me. I might think that I haven't been diagnosed with a fatal illness. I'm not caught in a war zone. And I think of all the people on Earth in that moment who are suffering those sorts of dislocations in their lives. And then I reflect that if I were in their shoes, I would be desperate to get back to precisely the situation I'm now in. Just stuck in traffic and late for an appointment, but without any real care in the world. I noticed this at dinner the other night with my family. Everyone seemed to be in a fairly mediocre frame of mind. We were all in some way disgruntled or stressed out. I had a million things I was thinking about. And I suddenly noticed how little joy we were all taking in one another's company. And then I thought, if I had died yesterday and could have the opportunity to be back with my family, I thought of how much I would savor this moment right now. And it totally transformed my mood. It gave me instantaneous access to my best self and to a feeling of pure gratitude for the people in my life. Just think of what it would be like to lose everything and then be restored to the moment you're now in, however ordinary. You can reboot your mind in this way, and it need not take any time. The truth is, you know exactly what it's like to feel overwhelming gratitude for your life. You are in an unusual situation. There are at least 1 billion people on Earth at this moment who would consider their prayers answered if they could trade places with you. There are at least 1 billion people who are suffering debilitating pain or political oppression or the acute stages of bereavement. To have your health, even just sort of, to have friends, even only a few, to have hobbies or interests and the freedom to pursue them, to have spent this day free from some terrifying encounter with chaos is to be lucky. Just look around you and take a moment to feel how lucky you are. You get another day to live on this earth. Enjoy it.
Is what you had when I started, and when, in through the 70s and 80s and into the 90s, really, is that you were able to speak to the nation.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because there was a kind of unity.
Mm-hmm.
We always used to talk about Centre Break News at 10, when ITV's News at 10 was the big news programme with Trevor McDonald and that, and everybody watched it.
Yeah.
Centre Break News at 10, you got the nation. Bang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so your message got out there. Whereas now you're dealing with a much more fractured media scene, and therefore you need an even more powerful idea that unites the audience.
Yeah.
So, some people say, then you've got to have fragmented messages. No, quite the opposite. No.
One simple
message that unites. And of course, that's what a great idea does.
Yeah.
It unites people. It brings them together.
And that one simple message is also the idea of repetition.
Absolutely.
I assume. So,
Again, in that, he's going. It was 350 million a week for the NHS, 350 million a week for the NHS. Turkey, 350 million. Those are the two issues you talk about. Turkey and 350 million. And he gets them to chant.
Yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Stay on message.
Yeah.
Don't drift off.
What is the artist's relationship with his art? In other words, an artist creates something in the world. He might have an original vision, a glimpse of inspiration, a holy moment, and he's able to somehow transcribe, somehow assemble, somehow concoct some kind of output, a song, a lyric, a poem, a film, a painting, something that someone can behold, right? And people, right, if the work of art is true, then people will marvel, people will gawk, people will lose themselves beholding the work. And then, my friends, they will associate that experience with the artist himself. And what pressure right? No relationship can bear the burden of godhood. The kind of idolatry that successful artists are put through is something that you must be careful what you wish for. That is a lot of expectation, right? Why do people marvel at great art? They marvel at great art because, as Jordan Peterson says, the transcendent shines through the mattis in partially articulated form, right? The artist was able to tap into something larger than himself, right? It comes through us, but not from us, and though it is with us, it belongs not to us. Divine inspiration, no doubt, is a work of cosmic alchemy. When you output something transcendent, it will shake the world with its quaking, annihilating glory, no doubt. But it's that exorcism, it is that creative metabolic process that also nourishes the artist. The artist will never be satisfied with just creating one singular work of art. I have had the experience of outputting lots of video content that is my truth at my highest moments in life. And what happens is I have a relationship with my work. I make a series of videos. People resonate with the anthemic reverie that perhaps I've been able to capture in a dizzying frenzy. And then people resonate with the content and they'll say to me, wow, thank you for your work, thank you for your videos. And if I feel a small distance between me and that work, if that work was recent, if I'm having regular downloads and regular dives into my own creativity, then I can receive the compliment. The artist can say, wow, thank you, I'm glad my work has resonated with you. I know why it has, because I feel connected with the very process that has produced that work. But what so often happens is that as artists, we might be privy to 1, 2, or 3 moments of divine inspiration. We might output something great once or twice, and then people will forever associate us with that work, and we ourselves cannot seem to return to the wow, to the inspiration, to the awe. It's that existential writer's block. It's like, wow, I've written a hit book, and now everybody knows me for that book, and every time they tell me, wow, I love your book, I'm feeling a fire in the belly and an anxiety from the fact that I haven't written anything original in a while. We are only defined, we measure our self-worth by the last piece of art that we've created. And the more distance of time exists between us and our art, the more we start to feel a kind of imposter syndrome, the more we start to feel a kind of fraudulence, the more we start to feel like we're not living up to who we have pretended to the world that we can be because of a singular moment of visionary inspiration. And so the question becomes, can an artist ever come up with a formula to create more art? Can he come up with a recipe to inspire the poetic reverie that will lead to some kind of exhilarating output that he can be proud of? Can an artist stay creative? Can an artist have longevity? Can he continue to be prolific in his art? This has become the challenge of my life, and this, my friends, I believe you guys can no doubt relate to, is how do we come up with a way of reproducibility and repeatability? How can we make ecstasy, the creative flow of the artist, a place that you can go back to again and again and again, to make of our lives a work of art? For life is lived in individual moments, and it is up to us to make sure those moments are vital, interconnected, and grand, to make a masterpiece out of life, to constantly output life, a life we would output art, a life we would willingly live again and again for all of eternity. This is what we can strive for. And our art, my friend, our expressions, our creativity, our poems, and our songs can become the digital paper trails that we leave in our wake, showing the path we've come. This is the question for every artist out there to figure out and answer for himself.
Good morning, Metaverse. Right, we're going to get into some music now. Kick things off. So, yeah, bear with me. I was trying to get Emanate working. Taking requests in the Discord, so if you're in the Discord, please pop in some requests.
fact, it didn't even begin with the Big Bang, but rather a singularity that goes beyond all human knowledge.
2 seconds.
The term singularity refers to a point in which the laws of physics as we know them break down. Basically, everything we think we know about matter then...
I want to get something different than just our tracks. So, bear with.
Quarantine by Corona, sitting on my Jack Jones, all on my own. In my own zone, work from home alone. Mortgage froze, but I'm not a homeowner, not a car owner.
Mighty, we've lost your audio, mate.
Yeah, it's not my audio, I can still hear you. But Fishbrain, yeah, we don't hear. Yeah, that's better. Okay, very good.
My bad, audio fixed. Didn't realise I had it turned off, but we're good now.
Yes.
So we're going to kick things off with some tunes from the Metaverse, from OpenSea in my wallet. I guess that would be a good start, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Let's go.
Welcome to the Metaverse, guys. We're escaping reality here. The song was by Francesco Vitagliano. Excuse my accent. Next up, we've got a bit of Kane Mayfield coming in straight from the MindControl wallet. Let's go.
I know how to float on records. Dose the flow and choke the close second. Flow so cause you OG. Well, I don't believe you. Come smoke me. Bring out the cocoa leaves and boatloads of dough and focus your keys too. Cause none of that's real. Your bars are a fluff. You're a chump and I'll eat you. Dance with the devil that damage your trouble like damn. This young intelligent man is so ghetto. Fans booked the shook up his hand and rubbed elbows. Damn, he smoked. Diggity damn, he's so mellow. Banish unoriginal stands and force alto. Loot up the bar and scar your force pharaoh. Not giving a fuck about his pants low level and he lapped your ass. Cause you too drunk to step to. Come on now, we all in together now. Come on now, we all in together now. Come on now, we all in together now. Step up if you wanna get hurt. I know how to float on.
Fun story about this track. I'll tell you after.
You come smoke. Bring out the cocoa leaves and boatloads of dough and focus your keys too. Cause none of that's real. Your bars are a fluff. You're a chump and I'll eat you. Dance with the devil that damage your trouble like damn. This young intelligent man is so ghetto. Fans booked the shook up his hand and rubbed elbows. Damn, he smoked. Diggity damn, he's so mellow. Banish unoriginal stands and force alto. Loot up the bar and scar your force pharaoh. Not giving a fuck about his pants low level and he lapped your ass. Cause you too drunk to step to.
That was Kane Mayfield. Yeah, so this is a track. This is the Rare Drop 1. This is Kane's first Rare Drop that he did. And it was only sent to people. It wasn't sold at all. So it's very rare. But Louis C, I put in an offer for this track. I think there's 8 owners in total, but Louis C, he paper-handed. Look at that. 0.0404 he sold it for 2 months ago. How? Now that's a paper hand if I've ever seen one. But yeah, we're going to continue on the Kane Mayfield tip. This is a song produced by Rare Skrilla for the Async collection. This is a print that was made by Kane Mayfield of the track. So basically how Async works is you've got different stems for the track. So you've got like the vocal stems, you've got the instrumental stems, and you've got the drums basically. And they can be switched out by the people who own the stem NFTs. So at this point it was Rare Skrilla, but I know Studio Novo now own them. So yeah, this was the mix that was done with Kane Mayfield's vocals by Kane Mayfield. Yeah, let's just get into it.
It's the business. Stats in my sock bulging. Alpaca. Never seen the bag I like holding. You Foley, this Hopium block. I'm fast paced. Peep the hash rate. You hold it or not. Move faster. Whales splashing. You in the pool being bitch. Missing the boat. We going over the side. 4-5 screens up. Overlook the beach and Ibiza. Rolls cost half of a pizza. I'm cold on the Doge. Bullish when I pull it. Calls froze till I'm blue horseshoes. Still like Venus. This is Taconomics. I've been bit since Barack Obama. Like I'm the plug. I can hot your wallet. Okay, so when's the Lambos? Chain links is pre-pandemic. Your paper hands can't grip the damn ammo. Gotta pull the trigger. NFT print camo. Raspberry Pi. Everything I buy gamble. Your 10D empty. I don't speak broke language when I MC. Fuck the moon and go past Thanos. Rhyme pattern Patoshi. Theory in my stereo. You simians and idiots. I'm trying to put us all past Saturn. They terminal. All that data. But my bonds are convertible. Man, Wall Street bets just murdered you. Boomer, look at all that chatter. You can't regulate what you can't fathom.
It's just money. It's made up. Pieces of paper with pictures on it so we don't have to kill each other just to get something to eat.
He's not going to put his money in. I'm not.
Yeah, so Day, the parcel is the mind control parcel. I'll send a link shortly in the Discord.
Feels great to be a Bitcoin millionaire. I'm loving it. My UTXOs could buy a mansion. My sushi, a sugar baby coochie, wall to wall in the Hamptons. I take a hit like Satoshi, take a flip. Never. Fuds get wrecked, I'm putting diamonds on my mitts. Man, release the Kraken. Lazarus spears to get the fishing like you salmon. Trout mouth, nibble my bait, it's not hacking. If you click the link without asking, obviously you too dumb to have it. If Ethel was your girl, I'm smashing. You only live once. They came over for these blunts, thieves, past thieves. Crystal ain't got no owners. Only those that held and hold them. Homie, count me out in totals. I don't do split shit Sudoku. New winners, blue wizard, gone global. Whose is this? You a minor, want your mind, your business. Killer whale, shooting money out the blowhole. This not the shit they told you. Play it safe, get some student loans, they own you. Now you're working day to day to pay for some shit you ain't afraid. Cryptology, we body the shit, close the Pro Tools.
There are two certainties in life.
Thanks for the link, mate. I appreciate that.
And two,
yeah,
you dropped
everyone
150
in Discord,
grand on
just click
fucking
that link.
education you could have got for $1.50 in late charges.
And you'll be in the Mind Control space for the MVMF kickoff party. The most important line of that song, and it is, let's see if I can remember it. If you click the link without asking, obviously you're too dumb to have it. Everybody needs to remember that. It's real facts. Yeah, so to answer the question from Agrija, the festivals are located in Cryptovoxels, Somnium Space, Decentralized, OVR, all over the Metaverse, Discord, Clubhouse. And there's going to be events all over the weekend from different locations, so we'll be bouncing from one place to the other. But the if Mighty is about to oh, actually you're in Discord, so never mind. I was going to say drop the Discord link, but yeah, you're already in the Discord.
Yeah, we're here.
I'm reading it on the screen, so I can't tell where the chat's coming from. Right, yeah, so this next track I'm going to play, this was the instrumental that we bought for a track that we created called Dune. This was the original instrumental that we bought from Cosmozak, which is, I mean, I love this because it's kind of a great way for music to be passed on. Like this, Cosmozak created this beat. Like he didn't expect anybody to, you know, to spit over it. He didn't intend for that to happen. In fact, it's not even. It's been basically it's for non-commercial use, but we got permission from him to drop on this track, and I'll play the instrumental first, and then after I'll play the actual track.
To giddy and never quick to them. Sometimes I delay to them. When I pass, it gets to them. I know you don't mean it when you say go win, boy. That's what I say to them. I'm so direct with them. My mind is made to that. I just wanna say the truth with my music. I don't wanna be best to them. Cause the human is science students. They mess up. kill you and then repent. I didn't fit in with the internet because nobody ever been transparent to them. Everybody wanna post the best. Mom made you touch your breasts. What about when you're all in bed? Do you really know the impact you make whenever you wanna just talk to press? Or maybe suck the breast? Some things never meant to take for granted, so I bet you wanna condescend. Or maybe anti-sense.
Not gonna lie, we control the jewel. Clearing the stage of kings and fools. Stacking up coins and staking pools. Minting NFTs before it was cool. We make that shit that makes you drool. Bite my shit, you drink my slew. You think we give a fuck? Nah, who the fuck is Allison? I know your class is R-type like and the skills required to kill. Points go chick up on Lambo wheels. You go splat like bugs on windshield. Skirting your workers straight in the pockets of scum like yeah, making my day, I'm getting paid. Fuck you, fuck boys, fuck out my way. Stay in your lane, we runaway train. Louis King gon' bring the pain. Church of ciphers, easy fame. Yeah, we out here changing things. Pay that gas and snap the reins. You fold yourself like paper cranes. Act surprised when you acting lame. Just know that you ain't got fish brains.
Why do you wanna get like fish does? Dishing up a dish like dinner. Heading out to battle with your cabbage up. With a nail in the head like a hammer does. Can't touch this like a hammer dance. Tree to the flame like a magadance. Coming down hard like a tower does. I'm coming to your palace like a summer does. Can't stop this, that, grab your hand. Someone tell Karen, get a manager. Fuck a rabbit hole, fuck a palace up. Fuck up for beef, fuck a jabberwock. Come through waffle now, fuck Alice up. Artificial beat, I'm a damager. Artificial pussy, I'm wrapping it up. Marathon sprint and I'm lapping. Yeah, you better make money, but we know they all laugh at you. Max is rise, we face the music. I'm an axe lotto with an axe brand. Off the head with a Cheshire smile. Got a face grinning, put your face in the ground. Jaws that bite and the claws that catch. Can't catch this like a Lucy rap. Can't feed me no more snicker snap. Beware of the blue waffle band to snatch. Yeah. Shout out to Louis C. Yeah. Alice in Wonderland. You think we're in Wonderland, but we Wonderland. That's right. We own the map. Hashtag blue waffle. Beware of the blue waffle. Beware.
Beware, guys. Yeah, so that was Dune. That was the track that we repurposed from the Cosmo Zack instrumental, released on DAO Records, and let's see, it hasn't actually sold yet. So this is actually still open to offers. Current price 0.404. So yeah, go and snag that if you're feeling a little bit loose on the wallet. Day in the house. What's up, Day? Take control. All right, so now I'm going to play some more Francesco. He's actually got 3 tracks now that are based on the Metaverse. The first 2 were released as NFTs, and the second, oh, thank you, Mighty. Yeah, so that's the link to Dune. I'm guessing that's the link to Dune. If people want to snag that, yeah. So this next track I'm going to play is. It's the second track in the series of Metaverse bangers, and this one, yeah, I really like this one. I especially like the art to it, with the mech suit and stuff like that. Yeah, so that was flying through the metaverse, which is what we're doing right now. We're just flying through the metaverse. It's sort of like surfing the internet, you know, that old saying? I wonder if we're going to have like a lot of archaic sayings that we end up discarding like that. So yeah, we've got an action-packed day today. I hope you're all ready. I hope you're all ready for the festivities. Let me just get the schedule up and I'll let you know what's going on. So yeah, in about 30 minutes, I'm going to be taking a trip through the metaverse. We're just going to go on a little journey through Cryptovoxels, and maybe we'll go into Decentralized as well, and possibly Somnium Space. But I mean, yeah, we could do that too. We could go through it all three in our space time, just sort of see what's popping. I think that could be quite fun. Mighty says the schedule is coming, so yeah, we'll have a proper schedule filled out for you. But just to kind of read out what we've got going on today, we've got let's see, P Joy, Nuclear Family, Papi Shiitake. We've got Maiworld, which is a one hour show that is at 1 p.m. EST. And then Jonathan Mann, Song a Day World. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm sure Mighty and the crew have got the lowdown on that. And then we've got Connie Digital at 3 p.m. EST, which is a performance and talk at the Danky Club. Let's see what else. We've got some Woofer Blast in Somnium Space. And there's actually, I think there's a DAO Records release as well. So that might just be an interview. Yeah, we've got an interview with DAO Records. With Dreams Never Die Records, Chad Hiller, and then we've got Genius Corp taking it off at 5 p.m. EST. And I'm just gonna scroll through. So we've got Rare Pizzas coming in at 8 p.m. We've got Bullish or Bearish, the return of Bullish and Bearish. If you know about that show, that was a show that happened in Tokensmart every week. Before Cypher, and it was great. So this is the return of that. So I hope you're all there for that. And then we've got, let's see. Oh, this might be Saturday. I might be looking at this. It's Friday. Yeah, okay. This is Friday. Yeah. So then what's going to happen at 10 p.m. EST is we've got Kane Mayfield back to back with Fishbrain. That's me. So me and Kane Mayfield are going to be going like back to back on a little live set through. Yeah, I think probably through Discord we're going to do it. But yeah, we'll let you know about that. Oh, and I see in the stream we've got the blimp in the middle of the room. That seems to be an artifact. That's actually not there at the moment. So I'm not sure why that's showing up. But it's outside floating. Yeah, that's all good. I'm not too worried about that. How's everyone doing anyway? Hope everyone's having a good morning this morning. This is Good Morning Metaverse. GM, guys. Yeah, anyway, that's like a little layout of what's going on. So let's give you some more music, shall we? We're going to play this track from Plug Drops. Man, this guy Plug, these guys are crazy. They're building an entire GTA server that is linked to like crypto and yeah, I mean, I'm not entirely sure on the logistics of it, but like, it's GTA plus NFTs. So I think they're basically gonna sell cars as NFT. I'm not really sure how it's all gonna work, if I'm totally honest. But yeah, they did a show in Kane Mayfield's public school, and you know, because I turned up, he sent me this this music video that they minted as an NFT. So let's get it.
I grew up in the hood where it's all bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. I was a little nigga keeping up a fuckery. My mother always says I'm blessed, so I don't worry. I grew up in the hood where it's all bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. I was a little nigga keeping up a fuckery. My mother always says I'm blessed, so I don't worry. I had to grab the cane and throw it in the press. I ain't taking check, they know I rise my skeg. 9 to 5 wasn't working, I stay moving peng. I'll clap my longest friend, they know I don't pretend. I've seen a lot of things, respect my ting, don't take the piss. I put a lot of niggas on and I ain't asked for shit. So how these niggas tryna go on like the bigger fish? When he was dodging niggas, I was there defending him. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. The oldest used to come to me cause I was pluggy. Plus I was wild and reckless, who used to love beef. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. The oldest used to come to me cause I was pluggy. Plus I was wild and reckless, who used to love beef. I used to love it, go get your pump and dump shit. I was a young and hiding guns up in my mum's crib. When I was meant to be in school, I was on cunt strips. My father could've sent me Africa, I ducked him. Brown skin or light gal is what I fuck with. Doing mileage, really putting all that work in. Late night serving in the band, no close them curtains. I gotta keep it clean running, that's for certain. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. I was a little nigga keeping up a fuckery. My mother always says I'm blessed, so I don't worry. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. I was a little nigga keeping up a fuckery. My mother always says I'm blessed, so I don't worry. I caught a case, and the Jakes went to go raid my place. They didn't find no drugs because my mum hid that away. That's an L, but I will not be taking that today. I swear I love my queen, she saved me from some rainy days. So every week I'm putting money down to keep her sweet. I'm trying to buy my house for her, forget the rent and fee. I step on streets for the bag, go home and sip some tea. I'm nothing like these other guys, I keep my shit discreet. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. The oldest used to come to me cause I was pluggy. Plus I was wild and reckless, who used to love beef. I grew up in the hood where it's so bloody. Nobody couldn't tell me shit, I had it on me. The oldest used to come to me cause I was pluggy. Plus I was wild and reckless, who used to love beef.
Yeah, that was Plug World, and we're plugging him right now. That sounded weird. Anyway, so yeah, good morning, guys. We're just kicking things off with some tunes. We're gonna wake the metaverse up essentially with some bangers. So hope you're all with me. Gonna be coasting this open sea because that's where we will spend our time, investing in artists and stuff like that. I actually bought like a bunch of these improvisation pieces because like they were ridiculously cheap, like how much they were selling for, and there was a lot of them. So I was just like, if I just scoop a big handful of them, like I can start like a decent collection of these things. Like I really like getting a collection going. So earlier on, I was showing you these tracks by Francesco Vitagliano, Metaverse-related tracks, and he's got 2 in the set here. So, yeah, I'm really keen to build up sets, as you can see with these hearts that I got from GB Poly Art, who's a Tokensmart OG. does a lot of renders for Tokensmart and those people. This track here, I'm going to play for you now. This is Soul Smasher. This was our first track. So we initially released the music video version of this track on DAO Records. That was a 1 of 1, and it sold for 0.44. Actually, it sold for 0.6 ETH to Jerome Detaishi, who's the CEO, I believe, of Cometh. If you know the game Cometh, because we basically made this game. Gat's inspiration for his verse and for the track title and the theme was the game Cometh, which, if you don't know, it's an NFT-based game where you can actually earn money for playing. Like, you just log in, click some buttons, and then there you go, you got some money. It's like proof of work in gaming. But instead of the computers being the proof of work, we're the proof of work. So, yeah, slippery slope there, but, you know, we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. This track, Soul Smasher, we actually released 404 talismans of it. So these are the audio-only versions that don't come with the music video. And it is said, legend has it, that they're going to be quite powerful. This is the first one we've released. We're definitely open to offers. This is just the initial price, so 0.1. And honestly, if one of you just slid in right now with like a any offer, like, I would probably accept it just to get the ball moving. So just bear that in mind. It's on Ethereum rather than Matic, because this was pre dark days of Ethereum, let's just say. Anyway, let's get it. This is the track.
If you talk shit, then we'll bring a fist. 40 cal Equinox strapped to my chest. You wanna do the dance, then you fuck up. You think I'm fuck around, Philip, come on, show me your blood. Hit 1,000 fucking cuts if you fucking with my cuz. Young hubcap chest if we coming with our guns. Got the sickest fucking axes that I'm slanging with my drugs. So you need that plant tank, Dr. Bird, sticky bug. Shut it 4-4, got these bitches on the floor. Yeah, we paying that gas, dropping gas on the core. Sandbox is the score that keeps the count settled. See me Snoop and the troops are hotter than the kettle. I found my comments and I ain't gonna stop it. See your shit and your whip and your bitch, I'm the hot shit. You got the space cowboy. I'm the gangster of love.
Get the cat, now motherfucker go get the cat. Get the bat, now I'm all like somebody better run home, you never get the cat. So I give the cat, now motherfucker go get the bat. Tit for tat, now I never can't touch it. Swung you miss, time I get you back. Axie rap 404, Neutron Tower headquarters. Come and find me when you're bored. Somnium and deep thought, somewhere up in cyberspace, chilling with my cyber mates. Ain't no Donald, ain't no borders, ain't no curfew, ain't no waters. Cryptographic, crypto laws, metaverse and meta wars, metaverse and meta COVID landlords. Dark thought, money talks. Now I'm talking comic, ain't no stopping, crash into the dinosaur. Janet Yellen time war, fed lies, people die, line rise to the sky high. Mad to survive when it crashes, time flies, time flashes, money crashes, burn the system in ashes. Now the masses feel fantastic, no more passive, we want passion. Pass the blunt, roll it up before you get the brunt. Get the now get the now pop the truck, now get in the now cops go, so I hit him and run. With an attack, and I pull out my gun, and I pull out my Mac, and I shot in the tie, and I shot in the neck, and I shot for fun.
Lot of things happen in Africa, and now we know we take time. You perfect on the red time, so we meet time. See, it's a movement. African NSM has Brooklyn. See my space at them Brooklyn. Make you feel alright in a good way. Yeah. Everything happening in a bad way. The system corrupt in a bad way. Universal bless you in a class way. Blockchain is the new way. Blockchain is the new way. NSM is the new way. Yeah, protocol a new way.
Cause we had to find a new way.
was Soul Smasher by CTRL. This is the first track we released. It's actually where me, Gat, and Day Day came together and actually formed CTRL through this song. Like, I met Gat through Pranksy's NFT box, Pranksy box thing that he had going on like earlier this year. Me and Gat were just like, you know, like talking to each other, like, what's going on with NFT music? There seems to be a lot of art, but like, you know, we were promised music. So we set about trying to figure out like how this all works, where we are with music, and we came to the realization like there aren't any rules. Like, it hasn't been done that much before. Like, we're looking at the OGs like DAO Records and people like that for help with how we go about things, because they're like some of the earliest people to be minting music on the blockchain. Obviously, there's a whole strand of history that goes back further than that. I know we got DJ Pepe and Skrilla, both those guys, because they're two separate people if you didn't know. They've been releasing music on the blockchain for a long time. But yeah, that's that. So how's everyone doing today? I'm just going to check in on the Discord, see what people are saying. These dudes are making the rules. That's right. Yeah, we're basically everyone who's here now. Like, we're setting the tone, and we're basically setting the tone for the future. Like, there are no rules, so we can build the standards and build the way we want to do things. See what works. Experiment. It's all about experimentation at this point, because we're so early in convincing people that these little digital trinkets have value, you know. People figured that out about art, and soon they're going to figure it out with music too. That's the theory anyway. Okay, so the question, does OpenSea make it easy to search for music? How do you find these songs? They actually, I know there was issues with OpenSea because they do have a music section. Yeah, here we go. It's been like periodically removed for some reason. But yeah, if you just go to explore and then click the music button here, you've got all sorts of music to choose from. So yeah, we can just have a little explore of these if you like. The only issue is I don't own these ones, so the playback rights I'm not sure where we stand with that. So yeah, I'm gonna stick with DAO Records and things that I know we can play for sure. I'm actually gonna play. If you're in Cryptovoxels, you see this track on the wall behind you. This is 2010-20 by Deduku. This is this is one of the favorite tracks that I've worked on in terms of like video production. Like Day Day's performance, always incredible. But this one in particular, this one is special. It's it's Day Day telling the story of what happened at on 2010-20. That's 2020. Regarding the Lekki Toll Gates massacre that went down. So yeah, I want you to feel this one.
Yeah, boy. Yes. A lot of things has been happening, and no one is talking. Is it that life is so precious than freedom?
It's all fucked up. Nobody gives a fuck about anybody else. Sad as fuck.
I'll call you next time.
Call out your boy.
Alright, let's go.
2010-20. 2010-20. 2010-20. The mother other men them plenty. 2010-20. 2010-20. 2010-20. The mother other men them plenty. Oh, giving me goosebumps. Say my rights now he make me hoodlum. Press stop things night with a good fun. The trouble from the pump switch on. But for my dreams I no go give up. This thing make it so good in job. Too many loves from your gunshot. I beg no they tell me make I shut up. 2010 20 2010 20. The mother other men them plenty. Put yourself in my shoes, you know. I like it when my men they happy like they know. No evil good on goodness, oh no. It don't take God I beg you show, God show. Real back.
2015, Nigeria has endured one of its worst economic slumps in a generation. 2 recessions since 2016, driven by a combination of government's economic policies, the COVID-19 pandemic, and a collapse in oil prices have inflicted prolonged misery. The economic challenges are stark and affect people across the age spectrum. Protests across the country and a raising crime rate.
How are we all feeling, guys? That was 2010-20 by Deruku, who's in chat right now. I just posted the link to that if you guys want to check that out. This is also on sale at the moment. We just started releasing our CTRL tracks on our own CTRL brand now, because we did 4 tracks on DAO Records, like with the music videos. And we consider that like side A to the album. So this track is the first track on side B, and this is on CTRL Records. One thing I want to point out is that, so yeah, we got these 1-of-1 NFT music videos. All of these tracks are also going to be printed as talismans. So we're going to have 404 of each talisman, and each talisman is like the audio only version. But the thing about the talismans, they have a few unique properties. So right now we've only got one available out of the 8 tracks that are going to be on the album. But the properties are, if you get all 8 of them, then you're eligible for the physical vinyl. So yeah, we'll send that straight to your house. So I would say get collecting. Make an offer on this Soul Smasher talisman. There's 404 of them, so this is the suggested price, but we're open to offers. I can't stress that enough. So and also we'll be giving away a few of these throughout the weekend. Maybe we can actually kick off one of these scavenger hunts pretty soon. Maybe we'll do that. So yeah, what I'm going to do is play some music in the background, and then we'll go on a little journey across the metaverse, shall we? I think this song is perfect for that. Meserotin asks, do we have any funk, witch house, hyperpop, post-rock, genre artists on the lineup? That is a good question. I mean, I wouldn't know where to start with any of those genres in terms of like who is funk, who's which house, hyperpop. These super genres I'm not too familiar with, but we've got a lot coming this weekend. So I'm sure we hit at least one of those genres. Okay, so we are in the metaverse right now. I'm going to take a little walk, step out of Neutron Tower, and go for a little wander. Feel free, anyone who's in the Cryptovoxels, to follow me. We're just going to, you know, do what we do here in the metaverse and just go for a little stroll and see what's popping. So I'm going to give it like, let's say 30 seconds for people to start following me outside. And if no one does, I'm just going to go on my own. Here we go. Sup, Mad Bop? Yeah. Who else has come in? Or you can just, feel free to just stay here and watch it on the stream. That's cool too. So yeah. So this is, we're on Neutron Tower. Yeah, we're in Neutron Tower right now. Neutron Tower is connected to Proton. So these two islands are like basically connected. It's almost like a brain if you look at the map. This is why I like it so much. And we're lucky enough to get the 404 parcel. Actually, when I bought it, it was just the cheapest one available. So that was good luck on my part. Right here next door. In fact, it's changed since I last been here. But this used to host some scavenger hunt-esque items, but it doesn't anymore, so we'll move on from that. Oh, not to mention, when the buttons are working in here, you might even be able to get into some sort of upstairs area there, looks like, but I'm just going to leave that there. In here we've got Pixels Gallery. This is really cool. Selling all sorts of wearables and rave boots and stuff like that. Yeah, this is an old fashion show that happened last year, advertising. But yeah, Pixelware, these are like, Pixels is like the OG in Cryptovoxels wearables. She's been doing this for a long time. Look at these shoes, really cool. Yeah, there was a time when we were doing this just on Ethereum before Matic came about with Cryptovoxels, and you know, you'd have to pay gas fees to buy it, which was fine at first, and then the gas fees started rising, so it became unsustainable to be able to run a Cryptovoxels shop. So they were quick to pivot to Matic. In fact, let's see what these shoes are going for. By the way, these aren't like my product or anything. I'm just sort of showing you what's about. Yeah, so it looks like these ones are actually on Ethereum. Yeah, these ones are on Ethereum. So these are like some OG Cryptovoxels wearables. I'm going to keep exploring. I actually think it will be quite fun if we have a few games of hide and seek a little bit later. So obviously you can see my screen, but yeah. So in about 10 minutes we'll do that. I'll kick off like a little hide and seek. So I'll ask all of you to hide somewhere, and then I'll come find you. Even though I can see the map, maybe I'll just hide the map somehow. I don't know how I'll do that. Any ideas in chat on how we can hide the map for a game of hide and seek? Maybe hide and seek isn't the best choice when we've got a map. So yeah, this is the collective effort of a decentralized community. If you're new to the metaverse, like, this is what it looks like. This little island here is like off of the main grid in Cryptovoxels. man, it's difficult to get to the map. This is Uncle Bitcoin, which is definitely not a creepy name at all. But you see him about, standing there at the events and stuff like that. He's been around. Look at this. Someone's catching fish here. That's not good. This is actually a really cool parcel. Look at this. Okay, so they got like a fortune telling kind of thing going. One day only. That's interesting. I'm not really sure what this is about, but it seems like we've got some spiritual shit going on. These are some nice windows. Yeah, so you can, if you're unfamiliar with Cryptovoxels, you can just add images, GIFs, videos, Twitch streams, all sorts. And I want to point out, like, whilst you do have to buy a parcel to be on the main map, like on the main grid of the map. In fact, I'm going to go to the main map. To actually own, or to create your own parcel with stuff in that's like your own place, like you can do that without having to pay anything. It just won't be on the main map. It won't exist on the grid like mine does and like all this. But you can portal to it. So I'll show you a little example we did with the Skrilla build. Bear with me. Meseratorium says put a physical paper on the screen for the for the hide and seek. Yeah, we'll do that. That's a good idea. I'm just gonna show you quickly what we did with the doors, token gates, and stuff. So yeah, anybody who has a crypto wallet, MetaMask, can basically log into Cryptovoxels with their MetaMask, just a click of a button, and create their own space. I'll show you how to do that. So sign in, and then it will ask you to sign in with your MetaMask. You hit the spaces button, and there you go. You get 420 spaces per wallet. So that's the limitations there. Scripts work in spaces. The only thing that doesn't work is multiplayer. So you can only have one person in the parcel, like, sort of at a time. So, I mean, multiple people can be in the parcel, but they won't see each other. It will just be its own instance. I think they're changing that. Judging by the way they written this here, like, let's see. Currently, spaces are single player only, so you can't see your friends. That seems like they're working on that from the way they've worded that. And here it says scripts currently don't work in spaces. That's actually not true anymore. They do work. I'll show you this little mixer experiment we've been working on. So if you know JavaScript, which I don't, I had help with this from my brother. Like, you can build some serious stuff in this. So I'm just going to hit this button, which it doesn't work right now, which is, you know what, I think all scripts are broken today. That might be what's going on, because nothing was working in my parcel either. It's always when it's time for the show that things aren't working. Maybe I'll give it a refresh. If it's not working, I'll just move on, but this is yeah, this is what you deal with when you work with the more experimental features of Cryptovoxels. I mean, so what happens is you click that button, and then both these tracks play. If I unmute that, let's come out here. Yeah, so basically what should happen, for some reason buttons aren't functional today. When you click this button, both the tracks play. On the left here, we've got the instrumental, and on the right here, we've got the main track. This is to stop it. It doesn't reset, it just pauses it. Unfortunately, due to a bug in Cryptovoxels, whenever you mess around with the switcher, the slider here, it skips the tracks, both of them, back to the beginning. But we can, you know, we kind of got around that with, we've got this little scratch noise here, which when the buttons are functioning, when you press that button, it will, oh no, sorry, when you move the switcher, it will play a little scratching noise just as you switch between them, which will be good for like, if you have like a couple breaks on each side, and then you can actually mix between them like a real DJ back in, you know, the early days of hip hop. So yeah, that's how that functionality is supposed to work. And yeah, so on this side we have the full track, so you basically would be sliding between them. Anyway, you get the point. I wish it was actually working so I could demonstrate it, but it seems, I think they did a load of updates to Cryptovoxels recently, so yeah. All right, so let's keep going. What was the other thing I said I was gonna do? Oh yeah, I wanted to show you how this sort of fits together in the Skrilla parcel that we built. In fact, let's do a little walkthrough of this, because you know we put a lot of time and effort into building this out. So I'll start from the outside. So here we have Skrilla's parcel. This is where a lot of the parties are going to go down this weekend, at least on the 404 side. You got this mouth that you got to crawl into. I'll give you a little tour of the exterior. That's Skrilla's logo right there. That's what do you call it? Thumbnail of the track that he did with Benny the Butcher from Griselda. He did the art and produced the track. And this is like the poster for the party that we had on 16th of October earlier this month. Check out that lineup. Crazy lineup. Yeah, we had a lot of fun. So I think there's something out here, but I'm not really sure what. Maybe you guys can help me figure that out. You see that? I don't know what that is, but it's there. We've got a little arcade machine here. It's playing some Deep Thought versus Alice game. It's not an actual game, it's just a GIF, but we can pretend. This was done by BSK. In fact, sorry, no, this isn't Alice, this is Blue Waffle. We can't use the name Alice. We have fun around here. So yeah, let's enter the mouth of the DJ Pepe. So here we are. You sit down on the chair, you might get a little surprise, so just watch where you sit. We've got DJ Pepe juice here. Probably, let's see if we can get these minted this today when I'm not streaming, and then we can start sending these out, chilling them. Yeah, get everyone their DJ Pepe juice. It looks like we've got people just browsing right now. This is the MF Pepe design. This is his gallery that we designed. All of his work. This piece, this is legendary, historic piece right here. So you see all the DJ Pepe, cards. This was a collaboration between Skrilla and Cody, and it also features the voice of Matt Fury, who created Pepe. You know, they're all friends now, so that's good. And over here we have, well, I guess it speaks for itself. So I'll just sit here for a minute, see if she looks over. Oh. There she is, look. Yeah, anyway, that's her. If anyone's confused about whether this is the real Skrilla or not, make no mistake. This is definitely real. Ignore that sign there. That's I don't know how that got there. Someone must have been graffitiing. And actually, we've got DJ Pepe standing right here. He hasn't left since the party. It's crazy. He never sleeps, and he'll steal your girl, so be careful. If you click here, this will be Skrilla's stream, but over here, we have the 404 stream. I may actually switch them over for the event, just so that we got main screen over there. But yeah, I want to actually take you into... In fact, let's play this all the way in. This needs to be on autoplay. Okay, so VIP access. Let's talk about this. So holders of the Money Badger track, which for some reason isn't playing in the parcel. Let me just mute this anyway. Yeah, the holders of the Money Badger track, they all got airdropped this this chain. You can't get it airdropped anymore. I think you just have to buy it off somebody who has it, like put in some offers. Quite a few people own them, so so you can probably haggle somebody who copped one of these chains. And this chain, it gives you VIP access to this space here. In fact, I've got a little voice message I need to put in here that Skrilla sent a couple days ago, so I'll add that in so that it gives you a little intro to what's going on in here. But let me click, because I own one of these, so it's going to let me in, theoretically. Yep, just do all the things, click all the buttons. It's taken a while to go through the blockchain. Usually it's instant. Let me try again, now that I've switched. I think Matic is being slow. I need to switch from Matic. Oh no, it's checking Matic, isn't it? Okay. Oh no. Oh, Cometh is making me switch to Matic. That's confusing the situation. Bear with me, guys. Okay. And here we go. We are in the secret studio of Skrilla. That's the door out. This place was designed by BSK and LuFX. Unfortunately, it's like, LuFX made the voxels and BSK put it together. I can't actually edit anything in here because this is a space. It's owned by the person who made it, which is BSK. So he's got the rights to this. But yeah, we've got like a desk here, and legend has it there's going to be some rare drops happening in this space. So I would actually just grab a medallion, because you never know what's going to be dropped into your inbox from the legendary DJ Pepe himself, who's behind the studio right now. You can't hear me yet because I'm buzzed in, but he's there. So if you want to go say hi to DJ Pepe himself, this is the real one, not like the fake one that's in the parcel. So how's everyone doing? I see we've got Lindsay in chat. Did you sleep well, Lindsay? I want to show you a little secret actually while we're here. Oh, in fact, you haven't seen the guy with the head properly. In fact, maybe we'll do a few alpha leaks. I'm not sure if that's a good idea, but there you go. Got some credits here. That's a little secret for you all. What's up, Jonathan? Hey. I guess people are here now, so I need to stand behind the bar and be serving mind brews. This is what I do, guys. Like, when there are events going on that I'm not organizing, I'll just find the nearest bar, stand behind it, and just start offering out mind brews. And yeah, I've been offering them out for free for a long time now. Pretty soon I'll start charging, but yeah, people have been buying them anyway, even though I've been giving them out for free. But don't tell too many people that. We've got Ben Nolan here. This is the creator of Cryptovoxels. He's having a word with the bouncer. I'm not really sure what's going on with these guys. They've been at it for a while now. In fact, should we just follow this guy, Jonathan? Where did he go? We've got a few people in this parcel already. Let's see. Is everybody still watching on in the mind control parcel?
How you get them? Where?
You're doing parcels and parcels now?
Yo, we got a full house. That's cool. Okay, so let's see if buttons are working yet.
Jazz jacks. Jazz.
I'm gonna need to get onto Cryptovoxels about why these buttons aren't working, because just in my parcel. This parcel, I mean. Wow, nice. What the hell? That's cool. Look at that. You know what? Since buttons aren't working, I might have to come up with a, like, just open this door. Like, open wide. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. We don't need doors in here. In fact, I'm going to keep this place locked off because I'm working on experiments in there, so.
Thank you.
But we'll open up this area. There we go.
This is the Apple bot.
Get your brew.
Jazz jacks.
Now you should have access to all the rooms except this room, which is I've locked off because buttons aren't working. So, but yeah, feel free to get your brew if you can make it to that room. I'm not going to stop you, but yeah, doesn't look like there's much going on there apart from one lonely brew.
Is that hidden room?
Oh, looks like someone's made it in. I'll just stand here so that we don't leak the way in. Okay, so you made it in. There's actually a way to get further in this space, but I'm not gonna tell you any more than that. Let people figure it out for themselves. We've got someone just hanging about outside the parcel here, just floating, just minding their own business. Oh, Oh, where you going? So most of these top floors up here are actually owned, I believe, by Tubador from Metaverse. I believe he owns, yeah, most of these ones. So I imagined they were planning on building some shit out, but looks like they just haven't got around to it yet, or like, I don't know, they're just, you know, they just want to see Cryptovoxels look like this, empty and barren, so they just bought a shitload of land and did nothing with it. This is cool. One of my favorite things to do is just, you know, roam about Cryptovoxels and check out people's art. This is actually the best entrance into the metaverse that I've come across. Obviously, there's more higher fidelity ways of playing around in the metaverse, but it's not all about high fidelity graphics. You know, if you think about Nintendo games, like, people love Nintendo games, but they don't love them because they have crazy, insane, realistic graphics. In fact, that's a big turn-off for a lot of people because the uncanny valley situation, like, you don't want to be too close to realistic, but just still not real. That scares people. Which is why I get creeped out when people in Somnium Space have like realistic looking avatars. It's like, this is weird. Which is why I get creeped out when people in Somnium Space have. But if you wanted to go that route, Somnium Space is the way to go for that. We might actually jump in there in a minute and check it out. But if you wanted to go that route, Somnium. But yeah, bear with me. I'm just gonna grab something to put over my map, and then in 5 minutes we're gonna start this this hide and seek game. So hope you're all ready. Prepare yourselves. I'll be back in, well, very shortly. Ready for the scavenger hunt. I see Moose up in the Twitch stream chat. What's up, Moose? Who's ready for the hide and seek game? I want to see fire emojis if you're ready to play hide and seek. And if you don't know the I see fire emojis from Madbot and Mighty. So yeah, if you don't know, the fire emojis are bottom left of your screen. So it looks like we've got 2 people ready so far. So everyone who's ready, come and stand outside of the mind control parcel, and we'll get going. I'm gonna basically, I'll probably stand here and just sort of close my eyes, look down at the ground. I've got my map covered, so let's see how long this takes. So I'm gonna start counting to let's say I'll give you a minute. So who have we got? We've got Anonymous, Mad Bop, and I need to see everyone who's here so I know. I saw one other person, Mighty. Anonymous, Mad Bop, and Mighty. That's who we're looking for. So please go and hide. Even if you're streaming, that's fine by me. I'm just gonna come find you. Oh, and Happy Faye as well. Okay, cool. Let me write this down so I don't lose you guys. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be giving out some wearables to, let's say, the last person I find, the winner. Lindsay, the coordinates should be in the... it's cool, Matty's got it. Nice one, Matty. So, Madbot, Lindsay, Mighty, Anonymous. I just want to warn Anonymous. I won't be able to gift you anything directly in Cryptovoxels if you're anonymous. You would have to connect your wallet for that. So just bear that in mind. I'm going to come find you anyway, but if you win, then you're going to have to sort out the wallet situation. Madbot. I just saw you going. Alright, I'm looking down. I'm not looking, guys. I'll give you another 30 seconds. Lindsay, are you in? Your Discord froze. Okay. I can give you some more time if you want, if everyone's cool being patient. Oh, Madbot. I'm seeing this. I need to not look at this Twitch screen as well. That's a big giveaway. Palm, you think you're in? If you think you're in, you know, a special place, then please take a screenshot, send it to me, send it on the Discord. That'll be... yeah, put it in the hunt section of the Discord. That'll be the best place to put that. I don't want too many of these leaking into the main chats, just because keep it on the DL, but you know, if you've got the screenshot, definitely post it in the hunt.
Mighty, where do we find the link?
The link to access.
Where do I go? Oh,
yeah.
Lindsay, we're playing hide and seek. So, let me clarify something to everyone, because this might be ridiculous. I want you all to stay on Neutron and Proton. I might have, I should have said this at the beginning. Maybe, maybe it's too late for that. Maybe you've all like traversed off the island into the main map. But yeah, I'm just going to be looking on Proton and Neutron.
If you're looking for the link to access on the Discord, on the top there's a chat called Live Festival Chat.
I'll give you a little bit more time. Lindsay's still trying to get in.
What's it called?
It's called Live Festival Chat on the top.
Ah, Live Festival Chat.
Yes,
okay.
and this is the main chat.
Okay, thanks. I'll go find it.
Just
Thank you.
Send your screenshot into the into the hunt chat. I'll just type it in now. That Discord is where all sort of scavenger-esque activity is going to be taking place. We're breaking Cryptovoxels. We're breaking the Metaverse, guys. That's what we're here to do. How we doing, Lindsay? I'm going to start counting down. In fact, I'm going to get a timer up just so that we have like a hard stop. Let's say 60 seconds. I think that's enough because people have been hiding for a while now. So. We've got 50 seconds left, so make it count. Find somewhere I'll never think of going. But it's got to be on Proton and Neutron. Mm-hmm. 18 seconds left, guys. Let's get a different track on. We've been looping this for a while now. We'll get the other one. I think that's time up. Yeah, time up, guys. I'm just going to put this track on and then I'm going to come find you all. Hope you're ready to escape from reality. Here we go. Right, you good in here? Looks like Mighty's still in here. Okay, Mighty's not hiding. Unless you've got another Mighty. Oh, Lindsay, I see you. Okay, I'll give you some more time, Lindsay. Go on, you go hide. I'll let you do what you need to do. I'm looking down. I'm not looking. Yeah, this is hide and seek. We're playing hide and seek. If you're game, the timer's already run out, but if you want to play, we'll give you some more time. The screenshot is for this is for the parcel thingamajig. Yeah, so sorry, just to clarify this, if you found the secret room in the if you found the secret room in the mind control area, that's what I'm talking about when I say screenshot. In terms of the hide and seek that we're playing right now, I want you to hide on Neutron and Proton. Lindsay, it's cool. It's cool. The time has run out anyway, so I'm gonna go start finding people. Hope you're all ready. And if you're not ready, I'm sorry. Can't win them all. Oh, I see Jonathan. Oh, okay. Jonathan wasn't really hiding. No. Oh, the little skate park is crazy. Yeah, I've hidden the map. This is a conversation we had already, Lindsay. Don't worry about that. Everyone who's hiding now, they know what's up. It was just a bit of confusion with the deep thought, because that's the scavenger hunt that's in my parcel, constantly going. So, they're trying to solve that. Check out this place. This place is mental. I did see a few screenshots though in the hunt from people posting their locations, so that does actually help a little bit. But I don't know all these locations, so what are these? Ugly bean face things. Oh man, I wish people would like allow for clicking of NFTs. And let me know if this track gets annoying and you want me to switch it out. Good morning, Tonna. Wow, that's difficult to see any letters in that text. I guess this is O'Malley. O'Malley Arena. We're in his arena now. Okay, I'm not in here. Man, I want some clues. I can actually check the hunt since you sorted me out. So, okay, there's bread. I need to look for bread. What's up, Jigga? Hey, look at that! Look at that! Oh, I'm gonna get the rest of your wearables minted. I don't know if you can hear this, but yeah, we're gonna sort you out. He's got all sorts of wearables. We just minted the Venom one. Oh look, it's Excalibur. You have been found, Anonymous. I don't know who you are, whether you're listening to this, but Anonymous, if you're listening, I found you. So let me know. I'm gonna take a little screenshot now, just so you know that you've been found. There we go. So I want everyone to know that if you're playing right now and you're here to claim afterwards, I'll be sending out wearables to you all. But one special wearable, maybe it'll even be a DJ Pepe gold chain. Oh, it's Jigga. Yo, Jigga, you playing? Are you here? So I'm just going to scour all these rooms. You can sort of, you know, some of these are real mazes. Oh, yo, Base 64, this guy's a legend. Oh, his scripts are working as well. I need to speak to him to figure out some shit. Wait, what's up? What's up, Jigga? Are you in the Discord, or can you hear the stream? Yo, so I want people to start dropping hints as to where they are in the main chat, not in the hunt, in the main chat. Just some words, maybe, you know, give me something to go up, because so I don't end up like just looping back on myself. Yo, I just saw... Wait. I'll look at the stream then. Oh, that's me. Yeah, let's point people to the wrong Twitch. Whoa, this place. Yo, someone's got to be hiding in here. Someone's got to be hiding. Whoa, what's that? This place is nuts. And just bear in mind, like, people pay a lot of money for these parcels, and their creation, this is what they decided to build. Let's get a different track on, I think. Let's go for a DAO Records track. This chat, can we give others away? You can give others away, yeah. I'm open to all kinds of hints and things to point me in the right direction. Whoops. I'm just gonna get some music on. Recently created. Okay, what we got? Any hints? Or are we going blind? I hope you're still hiding. I hope you're not just like run off and gone like smoking up somewhere. This guy looks like a cross between Eminem and Billy from Green Day. I think that's his name. Like a blonde Green Day. Look at this. Oh. Poem's still at the same place. Yeah, there's bread where you are. Okay, I need to find bread. It looks like a ground parcel. What I saw. Yeah, I'm looking at that now. That's definitely a ground parcel, and that looks like that's in the center. Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for the clue. No, that's not in the center. There's a river in the center. So the middle section is dark, so it could be here, could be here. This looks familiar. Wayside of the beat, no sleep for the beast, no lease for the soul of a dream.
Look at the history of everybody doing big projects, and it's never driven by exploration. It's never driven by science. It's never driven by curiosity. None of it's big and expensive. It's driven by the fact that people don't want to die. So there's a war driver. It's also driven by the fact that people want to get wealthy.
Wait, where? Where are you? You said that's you. Is that you? Hey! Wait, this is Jonathan. Well, we found Jonathan. I don't know if you were hiding, but we got you. I'm just going to send you, you know, for participating, you're going to get a Mind Brew. Might have to switch networks.
Just woke up and I can't sit down. Got 24K running in my mouth. Got all of this pain like fuck your couch. Got 24 lanes now. Watch me bounce and I live so fast.
Oh, thanks, Jigger. Thanks for the screenshot. That's helpful. Okay. I'm just gonna send Jonathan his wearable for playing the game. Okay. If it works, no blockchain. Fuck up the check on the textile mill. No little baby girl, no house in the hills, no deal. What it is, what it ain't. Gotta love cheap deals. Got good with the bad plus shit that kills. How do I feel in the field with my soul all nice and my mind on chill? Cool, Jonathan, you just received your Mind Brew. Oh, I see Lindsay. Yo, Lindsay.
Lindsay is running.
Wait, are you taking me? Are you hinting me? Okay. This place is crazy. Wait, let me give you a brew. Do you have a brew?
Look at the history of everybody doing big projects, and it's never driven by exploration. It's never driven by science. It's never driven by curiosity. None of it's big and expensive. It's driven by.
Don't worry, we're still coming to find you. I just need to get these wearables out.
It's also driven by the fact that people want to get wealthy.
Network issues on the blockchain. Look at that Pikachu. Is that Pikachu?
How that's made up, man.
BitPixie has just gone live. Maybe we'll check that out as well after this hunt. BitPixie is throw some rad events. Oh, okay, you're by the cherry blossom. Okay, that shouldn't be too difficult for me to find.
Well, I just woke up and I can't sit down. Got 24K running in my mouth. Got all of this pain like fuck your cows. Got 24 lanes now. Watch me
so I know
bounce. And I live
there's
so fast that I might get out. I'ma get these bags. I'ma head back south. Just me and my dogs in a big black house. Gonna double my worth. My stock no clout. I got the juice in my cup, no doubt. When I hop out the booth like ghost in the sound, I'ma air out the clip every time for the smile. When pour out the liquor for the ones in the ground. Fuck up a check on a textile meal. No little baby girl, no house in the hills. No deal what it is.
Hey, there you are.
How do I feel in the field with my soul all night so my mind don't chill?
Right, so who's left? Who's left? Stargazer, is that you?
Double O black, got a Mac and a arm that's made out of high grade steel. Taking what I want when I see on my phone, don't cock like mills. Trying to keep peace, but I need two drinks.
Right, so you're gonna get yourself a mind brew. What I want to know is who's still hiding. Have we caught everyone?
Wayside of the beat, no sleep for the beast, no lease for the soul of a dream. Look at the history of everybody doing big projects, and it's never driven by exploration. It's never driven by science. It's never driven by curiosity. None of it's big and expensive. It's driven by the fact that people don't want to die. So there's a war.
Now, sometimes the blockchain works, sometimes it doesn't. Hey, Jana. You just got your mind brew. Ooh, I know there's someone around here. Hey, yeah, it's Jana. Skate park here and Jigger. Here we go. I thought I would last longer. That's what they all say.
Well, I just woke up and I can't sit down. Got 24K running in.
He was writing in the other. Oh, let me check.
Like fuck your cows. Got 24 lanes now. Watch me bounce and I live so fast that I might get out. I'ma get these bags. I'ma head back south. Just me and my dogs in a big black house. Gonna double my worth. My stock no clout. I got the juice in my cup, no doubt. When I hop out the booth like ghost in the sound, I'ma air out the clip every time for the smile. When pour out the liquor for the ones in the ground.
Hey.
Fuck up a check on the text.
Got Anonymous still staring into space there. Look at Jiggo, he's got the moods. Yeah, this is a really cool area. I love this little skate park situation. It's got like a half pipe, and it's somewhat functional. Like you can jump. It's almost like I'm actually skateboarding. Yeah, maybe I need to get myself a skateboard. I'm more of a rollerblader. That's where the name Fishbrain comes from. You know? Where are you off to, Jigger? Where are you taking me? Home. Yeah, I found home already. Is there anyone else?
It's driven by the fact that people don't want to die. So there's a war driver. It's also driven by the fact that people want to get wealthy. Hold on. We have
Okay, I think Polm was the last person. Okay, Lindsay's asking me to find her now. Okay. Sorry, Polm, you just I mean, you got your mind brew, but we do have a DJ Pepe gold chain available. Maybe I'll give you one just because. You know what? Yeah, I'll be generous.
Just woke up and I can't sit down. Got 24K running in my mouth. Got all of this pain like fuck your cows. Got 24 lanes now. Watch me bounce and I live so fast that I might get out. I'ma get these bags. I'ma head back south. Just me and my dogs in a
That's a gold chain that's just been sent to Polm. Yo, so as I showed earlier, I'm not sure if you saw, but this gives you access to the DJ Pepe studios. So if you go to the Rare Villa on Cryptovoxels, let's see, I might have to drop a link in the chat. I'll drop a link in the chat very shortly. But yeah, if you go to the Rare Skrilla parcel, you'll have access to the VIP room. Oh, and also make sure to hide unhide all of your wearables, because OpenSea now hides all airdrops by default. So yeah, and that's just because of all the scams that have been going around on like on Matic. But is this Trashlight's place? Oh, I didn't know this. I didn't know Trash lived here. Okay, this might be. Okay, this isn't Trash place. This is Savage Preebs. This is Preeb shop. But he's got some trash lights up here, so let's listen to some trash. If you hang around in these spaces, you're gonna see trash, you know, hanging about. Trash is always about. Yeah, cool. So what should we do now? Look at this guy. That's cool. It's magic internet money. So I'm thinking we've got what have we got? I think we've got Mighty soon. Let's check the schedule. See if we've got time for any more games. Oh yeah, okay, so it looks like we've got another hour. So I'm going to take a quick break shortly. I'm going to head back to the main 404 parcel, play some tunes, and then we'll get into some more fun and games. I think what we're going to do is we're going to basically run around the metaverse and scout people for the MVMF. That's the plan. If they don't know, we're going to tell them what's going on. And yeah, oh, I can actually look at the map now. Let me take this off. In fact, I still see. I'm just going to look around because I still see people on the map. Maybe they're hiding still. Lindsay just got doxed. Wait, what do you mean I just doxed you? Who doxed? What happened? Whoa, yo, check this place out. Now this is a portal. Oh, this isn't even a portal. Whoa, this is crazy.
Where is
like,
that?
It's so simple, but I love it. Oh, I still need to Lindsay, you're still there? Oh, shit, sorry. I'm an idiot.
No, it's cool. It's the Cryptovoxels effect. That happened to me when I was hiding. I was like, ooh, this is pretty. What's this? I was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to be hiding.
Okay. Green lights, that's what I'm looking for. Lindsay, I'll make sure you get your chain as well once I found you. And also the others who participated, you'll be getting a chain too. You've already got your mind brews. Green lights, that's what I'm looking for. Oh. So over here. Green lights. Lindsay. You said you were staying in the same place.
Someone, no,
I
it's because
just
someone
saw
took a
you
picture
move.
where I was. And literally posted.
I'm gonna come find you. This is if you're not hidden, you're getting found.
I saw you, but I ran away again.
Hey, you there? Oh, you're throwing up walls. Oh man. Oh, I'm being abducted.
Oh shit, there's a cool skeleton guy.
Okay, I'm just gonna look down and pretend I didn't see that. Where's Lindsay, guys?
It's like a real festival. I'm just running away from everything else going on. Getting lost.
Okay, now I'm lost. Now you've lost me.
I like this game. Once I'm actually playing it, I like this game.
And you threw up a wall in my face. Okay, I'm still. Oh man. The thing is, it's so you can move so quickly in Cryptovoxels. Wow. Oh, I know. Yo, Mad Bop, are you in? Yeah, you're still in here. I did see you go sort of to a secret area earlier in the parcel, but we're not playing in the parcel, so it's all good. Lindsay. Man, I preferred it when we had a screenshot doxing Lindsay's location.
I didn't move at all, by the way.
I'm on the
I've been
run, it
fairly
feels
green the
like.
whole time.